Netflix just got some of their worst news of all time, and this is all following just after Henry Cavill exited the Witcher show because he couldn't stand the fact that they were disrespecting the source material and the lore of The Witcher. And now Netflix has just dropped this new show called Witcher Blood Origin, and let's just say that it completely backfired and blew up in their face and exposes the fact that Netflix really does not have any sort of interest in honoring the source material or the story, the lore, any of that stuff when it comes to The Witcher, and Henry Cavill was right. So we got this news here where, as you can see here, The Witcher Blood Origin is getting completely annihilated for how bad of a show this is. It currently sits at 8% rotten from audience scores, and that is indeed the worst of all time when it comes to Netflix. Witcher Blood Origin has the worst Netflix audience score of all time. This is absolutely devastating news for Netflix. And even with critics, it sits at 38% rotten. Nobody likes the show. Everyone is destroying this show, and rightfully so. And it does make you realize that, yes, Henry Cavill had a very legitimately good reason for leaving this show, this universe, and going to Amazon to create the Warhammer 40K universe, which he promised fans that he was going to be an executive producer on, and that he was going to actually be honoring the source material. And I can already tell you this, the Warhammer 40K universe will thrive if they actually do that. If they actually stick to that and honor the source material, the lore of the Warhammer 40K universe. So Netflix's Blood Origin changes what we knew about Witchers. This is also another really horrific thing that they did with this show. Now, I did watch the first episode and a half of the show, and I was like, this is terrible, and I couldn't finish it. I'm not going to even bother with it anymore because it is absolutely atrocious. It is honestly, like, if it wasn't for Rings of Power, which I still think is the worst show of the year just because of the dishonor that they brought to Tolkien because of that. But with all of that aside, I think that this is one of the worst shows of this entire year. I think it is just pathetic on every level. And I couldn't even finish watching. It was just that bad. And the actual origins are disappointing and confusing. And as you can see here, this is one of the big reasons for why no one is enjoying the show, is because Netflix decided that they were going to completely retcon a lot of this stuff when it comes to the Witcher universe and put their own little spin on it. They were just gonna change things up and do it their own way. And let's just say that, as it says here, it is disappointing and confusing, which is just ridiculous. Like, what on earth do they think they're actually going to do? Do they think that they can come up with better stuff than the actual author, the actual people that are creators in this universe? I don't think so, and obviously that is not at all the case. Netflix is going to continue to fail when it comes to the Witcher universe because they have no interest in actually doing anything that honors the lore or the story of The Witcher. With all that being said, let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. What do you think about all of this bad news for Netflix and the Witcher Blood Origin show? Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.